All right, let's bring in Scott Baio right now, actor and television producer. Scott, great to see you. Thanks so much for joining us.
See, Bernadette,
oh my
Maria,
God.
went to the same school.
We went to the same grammar school together in Brooklyn,
awesome.
New York. It's just great to see you. And you have been so vocal out there in support of Donald Trump. Tell us why.
Well, because I think our country's in really bad shape. 95 million people out of work. Overseas is a mess. Obamacare is a disaster. Can't keep going down the same road. Can't do it anymore. We got to change up and get a guy in there that knows how to fix stuff. I mean, this is madness.
And tonight's theme is Make America Work Again. What kind of messages do you want to hear from the speeches tonight in terms of work, in terms of job creation?
I want to hear that they're going to bring corporate money back into the country that's offshore because of the tax situation.
That's right. He's got a great tax plan, 15% corporate tax rate, and he wants to encourage companies to bring their billions back.
Right, and drop in the individual tax rate, get people incentive, create competition. Healthcare, make healthcare, put it back to where it was in the private sector, not in government. Again, and make that competitive so the price of that goes down. And I think that'll create a lot more jobs as well.
Of course, the economy continues to be the #1 issue on voters' minds, which is why you would think that that kind of message that Donald Trump has been delivering will resonate with those people. You've been walking around, you've been meeting delegates, speaking to a lot of people. Do you find that there is unity in this room tonight?
Absolutely. Everybody that I've run into after I spoke last night, everybody is so pro-Trump right now, and I'm happy to see that.
And we're watching Kentucky do its roll call, 46 delegates at stake there. Trump now with 718 delegates. Donald Trump, of course, Scott Baio, has made his family central to this campaign. Tonight we will hear from Donald Trump Jr., Tiffany Trump as well, and then Ivanka, his daughter, will introduce him Thursday night. Eric Trump will speak tomorrow night. Talk to us about the appeal, bringing his family into the conversation.
I was having this conversation earlier with a friend of mine. If you think about it, if any children of any man could have had a chance to screw it up, create controversy, be in the spotlight in a bad way, it's the Trumps. And every one of his kids, every one, is a stand-up human being, does the right thing. You don't hear any bad stories about them, and that says a lot about Mr. Trump.
It sure does. You know, we were watching the roll call earlier, and California was all in. You live in California, yes?
I do.
So you would think that that's really a Democratic state, but we had 172 delegates go all in for Trump tonight.
Well, hopefully the whole state will go that way. I live in a crazy state. There's only 2 cities really that are Democrat. The rest of the state is conservative.
It sounds like New York. I mean, you've got the coast.
Yep.
You know,
we've got San Francisco and L.A. Other than that, it's all conservative.
Right.
So but that's where all the population is, unfortunately. Because anyway, we've been down this road.
Well, that is a picture of what's happening in the country right now. Largely Republican, except for the coast.
Right. I mean, if you look at the maps of the last couple elections, it's pretty much all red, except for those big spots of liberal voters.
Melania, his wife, obviously now being talked about in the news because of her speech last night, resembling remarks Michelle Obama made in 2008. I personally do not think it took away from her in any way, shape, or form. What's your take on this controversy around Melania Trump and her speech last night?
Just a big yawn. Nothing really to it. But things like this, I always find you give it a couple of days, and I just read now that the speech that she supposedly plagiarized, Michelle Obama plagiarized from Elizabeth Dole back in '96, and I'm sure it'll go all the way back to Martha Washington, and somebody ripped off from everybody else, and I think it's a big waste of time.
That's absolutely right, because it's very similar throughout the years. We see similar commentary in this speech. Okay, what do you want to hear tonight? What's most important to you as you see this convention take place, this roll call? What will be success from your standpoint for this convention?
Well, what's the big number, 1237?
Well, right now we've got 766 on Trump, and he needs 1237.
Right, so when he gets that number, I'm sure the place will erupt. Other than that, I'm going to listen to, I want to hear Ben Carson. And
got Chris Christie later, too.
Oh, tonight?
Chris Christie speaking tonight as well.
Awesome. I'd like to see him, meet him as well.
Yeah. Michael Mukasey is going to be speaking, the former Attorney General.
All right, awesome.
A lot of big speakers tonight.
Awesome.
Scott, great to see you.
The best of it is meeting you, Maria, and I mean that. I mean it. It's fantastic.
We grew up a few blocks away from each other in Brooklyn, New York. It's amazing. Good to see you, Scott.
Thank you.
Take good care. Thank you. Thank you so much. Scott Baio joining us there.